should know. I have never really liked you at all. I cannot hide it anymore. I've been thinking about the future, trying to forget about the past. So many ways that I could change for the better.
This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime is for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
Hello, it's good to see y'all. I missed you. I don't know who you are. Stop calling my phone. Um, I'm so glad y'all are here today. Thank you so much. Real quick, before I even got started, Chow Young was so sweet to gift 5 memberships. If you were gifted from Chow, please tell Chow thank you if you are where you were gifted, and I will grab the crazy train to pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. It is so good to see y'all. I missed you yesterday. Bad Girls here. Oh, yes, if you want to speculate, please use in my opinion and allegedly and speculation, all the good keywords, the trigger words. I hope they're not trigger words. Heel Sandra's here. Anne, I like the way you're Aaron. Oh, wow. I like the way your name is spelled. My lovely Abellis is here. Sherry's here. Red Moon, Indy, Connie. Chow, Princess Pillows, Sherry. It's good to see you, Jenny Jen, Hannah UK, Nicole. I'm so glad y'all are here. Mike is here today. Southern Cats is here today. Red Moon. Oh, Miss Sarah's here today too. She gifted 5 memberships. Let me see if I can access the live now to see who they went to. If you guys were just gifted from Sarah, please tell Sarah thank you because that was just so incredibly sweet of her. And I really appreciate that. Oh my goodness, there's going to be an echo. Okay, those went to. Oh, Roxanne, good to see you. Those went to It's Graves, Raga, um, M Player K, Wheats Woman, and Haley Cross. If you were gifted from Sarah and you are aware you were gifted, please tell Sarah thank you because she is so sweet and so is Chow. I will grab the crazy train and pick y'all up on the way to a Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. That is our crazy train all the way to Speculation Station. As if you weren't already aware. Occasionally, Classy is here. There is a bunch of people here today. It's so good to see y'all. Scratch the Paint, MM Clar. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad y'all are here. That was so sweet of you, Miss Sarah. I love our speculating family so much. Sherry Reedy is here, and so is Cindy from sunny South Florida. So glad y'all are here. Okay, so uh that was so sweet. Hey Nessie UK. I just caught up a bit with the case. Have they found the babies yet? No, not that I'm aware of. I think somebody got them, honestly. So some of y'all emailed me, and I'm gonna drop the link because Abella's. Nope, we're not gonna share the screen yet. I know Abella's had some stuff that she had found um, that we were gonna talk about today. If you want to come up and talk about it, you can. There is the link. Let me pin it to the top so y'all can come up. Um, I did download all the pictures you sent me, Abella, so we can talk about it. Carolina, good to see you. Mike says, I don't understand why the true crime community is given an easy pass on Jack and Lily's bio dad not possibly having involvement, motive, child support, wants nothing to do with the kids. I heard some stuff about that we're going to talk about. Well, his side of the family, I think. Like, I'm a little confused, but I think that's who's coming out. I don't know. I'm questioning it too. Nicole said, I heard the stepdad passed a Polly, but I haven't been able to catch up on this one. So I've heard that too, but I haven't found it yet. Hey, Blue Jay. Hey, Abellis. Good to see you.
Hello, how are you? Hi, yes, hi, Basil, hi, chat.
So good to see you. Basil's on the bed behind me asleep. He looked over when he said, hey.
Aw.
He said, sweet. Good to see you, Blue Jay. Okay, so yes, they said, hi, birdies. We hear the sparrows.
Oh my goodness. I they're almost ready to leave. I think they've been jumping on the perch, the
Oh,
babies.
really?
Yeah,
That is so sweet and
yeah.
cute.
I think I put a short film in Discord.
Okay, so while I get that, I will share this that I think Mercedes sent me this one. Um, I do need to drop their link real quick. This somebody else had mentioned it in a video that I had. Somebody had said there's a new update out. Thank you to it's a crime and shame. And so I told him, thank you for the information. I would check it out. That is their link. This is it's a crime and shame. So she talks about that she's been talking to the biological grandmother of the children through the father's side. Now, I will say I can't personally verify that, and I don't know this channel personally. So I don't know. Like it's Facebook posts and things like that. I don't think they seem to be like judging by what they said in this first part right here. They seem to be legit and only want to get facts out and things like that. So I don't know, but they shared a post from like I said the grandmother on the father's side. And so I'm going to try to pull that up. This is what they said.
Everything's been good that she has said to talk about. So, well, I guess we'll just, even though this was the last screenshot, I'll just put it up on stage.
Hey
So,
Roxanne, you
this
did?
is Belinda.
Okay.
And again, that's a paternal grandmother. And she
Oh.
said, Daniel told me the day we talked that Malaya left a message at around 6 in the morning on May 2nd to the school switchboard so they wouldn't be in school.
Now, okay, this is again she said maternal, but I thought she said paternal. But one of the grandmothers said Daniel told me the day we talked that Malaya left a message around 6 in the morning on May 2nd to the school switchboard to say they wouldn't be in school. Now, again, I'm just going to reiterate this. I personally cannot verify it because I personally haven't talked to the person, but that doesn't mean that it's not true. It also doesn't mean that it's accurate. I believe that statement because they were in bed trying to catch up on sleep with the 18-month-old, and I don't think it's too far out of the realm of possibility to think they could have been up with the baby and said, for whatever reason, we're keeping the kids out of school today because they were sick, because the parents didn't get enough sleep and they were just going to keep them out regardless. For whatever reason, I think that she might have known at 6 o'clock in the morning that the kids weren't going to school, and so she called the school and said they're not going to be there. I believe it. I don't think it's crazy. I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility personally.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you. Hey, yes, hang on. I'm going to close my window because
Okay.
they're louder by the second. Listen to
Okay.
that.
They're so cute though.
I know they are cute, but now that they're growing, um, they're almost full grown, I think, and they have more strength and more voice. Ah, okay,
Right.
there we go.
Um okay. Thinking its thoughts. It's good to see you. So nobody is going to fight you over here unless you are like aggressive and mean. And I do ask that you say things as in your opinion. But over here, we hear everybody's opinions and we're respectful to everybody's thoughts, opinions, and speculations. Thinking thought said, until I'm proved otherwise, I'll always believe that cocky MFer Daniel orchestrated this entire thing. I don't think so, but I respect your thoughts on that. What do you think would be his reasoning for doing that? Oh, no, I'm just kidding. No, you're good. I was just wondering why you think he would have done it. For what would be the end goal? Mercedes said, I just don't get why she's the one talking and not her son, the actual father. I don't get what big secrecy around the bio father is all about. That's a good point. You think
Ah,
the neighbors did it. Hmm.
the
You have a
neighbor. Hmm,
Yeah, I mean, statistically, like I don't know. I don't know statistically, to be honest, but I that thought had crossed my mind. Because if they kept seeing the kids outside over and over again, like if there's nothing on the trail cam, it would have had to have been somebody close. I haven't heard of anybody seeing anybody around the road or around the time that the child went missing. They're checking the trail cams, and we're not going to hear anything about that because we're talking about the RCMP. They're not going to release information. But if we don't hear anything back on that, it's got to be somebody close to the house. Even with Summer Wells, we have the what was it, the red Toyota, I think it was,
Right.
that had been seen in the area. I mean, people, especially out in the cut, people pick up on vehicles that don't belong there.
Yes, definitely. You know.
Mercedes, DB Cooper did it.
Can he bring some money back?
Yeah, no doubt. I'd love to have some of that.
Some of it was found, and near a river in Washington State or Oregon somewhere.
I heard about that.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah. Mike said both parents knew the kids were out back before they disappeared. My thoughts. Yeah, I don't. I think it's like an educated hypothesis because that's the only conclusion they make. But again, like I said before, it's amazing to me that they have to fuss at children to shut the door, and the door was shut that one time. Like the one time the children actually did shut the door is also the one time they go missing. Could it be, a coincidence? Sure, but it is weird to me.
Yeah, I looked in all the pictures for the screen door, and I can't see the screen
Okay.
anywhere. But I mean,
Yeah.
it's not. It may not be easy to see, or it may be gone to the garbage or whatever. But anyway, there is no screen that I could tell.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna pull those pictures up in just a minute. I didn't know she talks about this for a while. Like, I don't want to play her stuff necessarily because I want you guys to go check them out.
And
Um,
I'm sorry, who is she? Who is this?
I apologize. It's a criming shame.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even subscribed yet. It's called It's a Criming Shame. Um, they've
Thank you.
got
Yeah.
They got 14,100 subscribers. I didn't ask permission because I was just going to go pick through and I didn't have enough time to like try to set up a communication with them, but I will share their link again because like I said, she says she's been communicating with them again. I can't verify it, but I mean, I just with that statement, I haven't listened to all of it. I'm going to play this one part and see what they're saying here, and then we'll probably you'll have to go check them out because I don't want to take, if she has been talking to them, her stuff. But the video is called Canada Missing Jack and Lily. Malaya called school at 6 a.m. on May 2nd. And again, like I said, I believe that could be very possible because she would have been up and down with the baby.
Right.
Good morning, Orange Rose. Um, I wondered about who was seen on the first. Reported family members, but didn't say who. Maybe if not the mom, who could it be they were seen? I think it said that they were seen out in public, like in a store, like maybe they had went to town to get something. Um, that's how I
Yeah.
took it.
I got the impression it was on CCTV, maybe. I'm not
Okay.
sure. I'm just something that I think I saw. Just
Right.
really quickly, how was the graduation?
Oh, it was good. It was really beautiful. I've gotta try to crop some photos, but I am gonna make a post on my members only later. She was beautiful. She was really happy. We went out to eat afterwards, and one of my other children came down, and so we were all just we all had a really great time. So
Good.
yeah, it was very nice. Thank you. Thank you for asking. I'm really proud of her. She starts college in the summer. She's
Wow.
taking classes, so she's so smart. Hey, Kraka. Thinking thoughts that I have my own theory, but the main point is till I hear differently, I believe Daniel was involved. That's interesting. Okay, so I think this is his mother, by the way, if you want to check them out. Might you get more information on what your theory is. So again, this is a crime and shame. I'll drop their link again. Here they're talking about it looks like some other message they got.
On over 14,000. Yay!
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So let me just, I know that the Rick roll is going to go off 10 times as a matter of fact, but let's just quickly see here, Charmaine. Okay. going by
Can't
fast.
you mute them? Can't you mute them?
Not well. It's not easy. One sec.
We could just talk over them.
Yeah. Okay. So Annabelle, Lisa B. Always, Lizette, The Realm, Karen, Albany, Skyrumum, Maria Misses the South. Sorry, Maria. I had of Stream Labs, not StreamYard. That one. So, and I have it to the Rick Girl.
Ah,
Okay. So when Daphne was, so there was in Daphne's post, you guys, she used this word sharing, and we couldn't figure out what it meant. So what it meant was that basically, Belinda, yeah, it's probably gonna bug me, eh? I desert you guys.
so this is in some kind of Facebook post, and I'm assuming Daphne is one of the family members. Oh my goodness. Hey, Joyous N.
Wow.
Yeah, Joyous N, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Joyous N said, could a stranger in the woods have picked them up? Just a thought. Um, Thank you so much, Joyce. And it's very possible. I think the RCMP is going with that theory as well. And I think that's why they were requesting the dash cam footage, not the dash cam footage, the trail cam footage, to see if somebody was lurking around in the woods and maybe pick them up. Um, until we hear, I think it's again very possible. I'm waiting to hear more information on the trail cam stuff because like I was saying a minute ago, like even in Summer Wells, we have this red Toyota that had been seen in the area that didn't belong. And a lot of times out in the country like that, if there's a vehicle that's hanging around that that people know don't belong to the area, then they'll recall seeing that specific vehicle. I haven't heard anything back yet on the trail cam footage. And I'm wondering if they do see something like that, if they will actually do an Amber Alert, like change it to an Amber Alert and say they were last seen by this person and who was driving this vehicle and this tag and things like that. If they get that information, that might be the way we find out. But I haven't heard anything yet. Um, yeah.
That's what's
Um,
crazy is anything is possible.
yeah. Okay, I'm going to read this real quick so I don't have to keep using their stuff. See, there's a lot of messages. You guys can check them out, or maybe we can do a stream and go through all of them if I talk to them. But this says, when Daphne says sharing, she was trying to say we had no idea of where they lived until we saw the shares of the property on social media. But Malaya gave me her address on May 2nd. I messaged her after learning of the children's disappearance from a friend who saw it on Facebook. And the response is, oh, thank you for clearing that up. I just always like to have the most accurate info. It was a confusing post. And I'm assuming this is the grandmother of the biological father said back, as for my heart, it changes almost daily right now. I feel either someone on that property knows what happened, or Lily and Jack wanted to go to school, but not taking their coats when it was raining and pretty cold out doesn't make sense. And then this person responded, been up all night, just keep going over things. It's how I work, although I do work as well. Have you ever watched Dr. Todd Grand? He covered this the other day. He's really good. He analyzes and is a very A type personality, but so good. She said, I'm not sure. I switch between everyone to see if anyone has added something that I don't know. The police are very tight lipped about what their thoughts are. So the one thing I gathered from that is that if the biological father is just learning of the property and where they live at on May 2nd, the day the children go missing, um, he really didn't have much to do with them because she had been living there for 3 years. I don't even know how long they might have been dating. So I mean, I'm glad that somebody from the family is coming out and talking, and that's always wonderful. We can get information about the mother, maybe from this person and her personality, from the time period that she was with the grandmother's son, which is the biological father of the children. But other than that, I don't know what information we would be able to get because they hadn't been involved in so long. I mean, they didn't even know where the kids were until they were told May 2nd.
Right. And as we said before, I think he's here in British Columbia, so he's like 5,000 kilometers away. The bio dad, you know.
Right, but I did hear at the beginning of this that this woman, the biological dad's mother, said that that person that they're pulling on and saying has a criminal record is not accurate. Again, I have no way of verifying it either way. But if that's not accurate, I don't know if he lives where he lives at or what is. She gave his name, but
Right,
they're saying that that's not accurate, which again made sense because you said that that area was all the way over there, and it doesn't make sense. I mean, judging by her personality and the way, I don't think that she ever lived that far away, especially considering her mother is like right there and lives right there close by on the reservation. If I had to
right,
guess, I would say she probably never lived all the way on the other side of the country.
right.
So.
I mean, he could have left. I don't know, right? I don't know. Do we know for sure that I missed little bits? I'm sorry, but do
No,
we
you're
know
good.
that that's his grandmother for sure?
No, she says she's been talking to her. Hold on, I'll go back to the beginning. So she says that she knows. I don't know personally, but let me play what she says about it.
Thank you.
Hopefully.
And Jermaine's in the house. Hey guys, how are you guys doing today? What is it? Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday.
Happy Friday.
So now I'm off for my 2 days, Friday and Saturday. So anyways, welcome to the live, you guys. Sharon Parker's in the house. Great mod right there. Hi Melissa, how are you? And then I'm just gonna do some shout outs quickly, guys. Hey Anne,
All
how are
right, hold
you?
on.
Rena, how you doing? Hi Lily. Talk to me in Messenger. Why?
Okay.
Because case, for the sake of, of course, it's Canadian. It's a case that's gone national, and you don't usually see that coming out of Canada too much, to be honest with you. And I'm proud that
Hey, Lori.
Belinda, the paternal, I'm going to use the word paternal because I really hate saying bio. Sounds like a chemistry, But anyway, so the paternal grandmother, Belinda, has been gracious enough to want to, talk with me in Messenger. She said I was the one. I think it's the son thing, the son. But anyways, so she's been very gracious enough to talk to me in Messenger. Why? Because, well, she really
Thank
just
you.
wants to keep the case out there. And I'm sure like Daphne Sullivan simply is frustrated as well, wants answers. And question is, there is none at this moment, and then, well, that I appreciate here. So if you're new to the channel, okay, what better people to talk to than family instead of all this fabricated mess that's going on out there right now? So we believe in facts about cases, not a bunch of drama and not a bunch of BS. So so talking about a case, hypothetically, allegedly, in our opinions, that's one thing. I'm not talking about that stuff. What I'm talking about is the facts of the case. I'm very myself. All I want to know is kind of like the timeline in a sense, and who's saying what and where, why, and then you start putting all these puzzle pieces together so that it can make sense. So the more we hear, the more we can kind of look and go, okay, well, now that I have this piece of information, and again, remember that these things have been told to Belinda by either Malaya or Daniel, okay? And other things are just where I've asked her what she thinks, stuff like.
So that kind of gives us an idea. Hey, Darla and Belladonna. She says that Belinda, the biological dad's mother, messaged her on Facebook and wanted to talk to her. And I get it because It's a Crime and Shame is a Canadian, I'm assuming Canadian content creator. Um, and she says that she's very much about the facts and just wanting to put the story, stick to specifics of the story and the timeline. So I think it's possible that she's talking to her, but again, I can't personally verify it.
Right.
So,
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
um,
unless you see an ID card,
right.
you know.
So that's where I found, or Mercedes had sent me where I found that she said Daniel told me the day we talked that Malaya left a message around 6 in the morning on May 2nd to the school switchboard to say they wouldn't be in school. And that was why I originally came here because that I don't think is out of the realm of possibility.
Right.
Considering that she would have been up with the 18-month-old, I don't think that, I think it's very possible that that happened. I believe that it happened.
Yep.
Um, okay. I'm gonna pull up the pictures you sent me, and you can tell us about them. Hopefully,
Okay.
I can try to go in order.
I
Okay,
think
why
I
are
forgot
we?
to send you the two videos that I got them from. I'm sorry. I'll do that later.
Okay, I'll look for it on Discord. Because I said I was gonna do that and then forgot. Okay, hold on. Y'all will see my mouse move. Okay, I'm gonna try to do these in orders. Okay, I think I need to go back to. Oh wow. Okay, I don't know why it's not showing like the whole thing. I guess it's because. Oh, there we
Oh,
go.
that's weird. Yeah. Well, there's three children at their in front of them.
Okay, yeah.
I apologize for the writing and the red, um, the bright red, but
No, you're good. You were trying to point stuff out. Let me see.
yeah.
I think that's as far back as it goes. Okay. Hold on. We're going to go back to the beginning so we can talk about all of these. Okay, did you want to start with these or the other one?
This one, that's fine. It's
Okay.
so I don't know the date of this picture, but it looks to me like he has black eyes, at least one black eye, and
Yeah. Ah,
a, oh,
there we go.
and a bruise on his neck.
Oh my gosh. Okay. There. Yeah, his eyes are.
His
Could
eyes are
it?
dark. Yeah.
They are, and it's taken after the disappearance. There is a scar on his cheek there.
Yeah. But that
Oh.
scar also appears in that picture where he's standing with Malaya and the three kids, which is really weird because it looked like a fresh scratch when we all saw it in his interview.
It
Now,
did.
oh, sorry.
Oh, I was just saying it
Yeah.
did. You can see it there. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's a wrinkle.
I don't either.
And the children are right in front of him, so they're not gone yet.
Right. Let me
And
see.
then yeah, and then so then after the disappearance, he has a fresh scratch in the same spot.
I have
Oh my
nails
God!
on.
Sorry, a
Um,
starling is hanging onto my window screen. Oh,
that is
scared
so
me.
cute. I love starlings. Daniel Martell and Relay. Okay, there's evidently somebody else. Hold on. Hold on just a minute, because my nails. Oh God, why are they giving me all of this? Okay, I'll show you what I got, but it's not pulling up that picture specifically. I need to try to find that picture, but we can look at where the scar was on his neck. It gives me that one and that one.
Okay, right.
And then it goes to somebody else. But that picture, I've seen it in other videos, and I know it does have the children there. The children are definitely standing in front of him, so they're obviously not gone yet.
Right.
It is interesting that we talk about that scar being there. I don't know. What could that be from? Some kind of
So
fighting?
the one on the left is in almost all of, well, not almost every picture I've seen of him. So it could be a scar or a discoloration of his skin. But the one on the right, that's a definite bruise along his neckline there.
Let me try to. Oh, yeah. I see it.
My first thought was, did he try to unalive himself? But then that evidence of that would be higher up on his neck, I would imagine. But the one where you have your mouse now, I think that's just him. That's
It
either.
looks like it's indented.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, Blue Jay said possibly birthmark. Miss Scorpio, thank you so much for gifting a membership. I apologize. That went to Kimberly. Kimberly, if you are here and you are aware you were gifted, please tell Miss Scorpio Rising thank you, and I will grab the crazy train to pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
Thank you, Miss Scorpio, and it's good to see you. I've got a class, darling, so I just wanted to drop it. Starting. Okay, good to see you. Thank you for dropping in. That center scar has been photoshopped. Really?
Center scar?
This one is what they're talking about, I think.
No, it's in other pictures of his. You can sort of see it. I mean, I don't know. It's possible, but
His
to me, like,
eyes.
yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. His eyes do look dark, but I'm wondering could it be bags under his eyes, or if we're going to speculate that there could have been possible substance abuse, could it be from that, maybe not sleeping?
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, it could. I thought that they were building a fence too, and we're going to talk about that more. Miss Sarah said, I think they were building a fence. Could it just be a construction mishap? That's possible.
Yeah.
Indy said, I just zoomed in. So I don't know. Maybe that one was. I'd have to find out more pictures of him specifically. We'll have to dig into that.
I just found the one along the neckline was interesting to me. I don't know if I'd like to
Yeah,
know what that's from.
I would like to know what that's from too. And no, not that big.
Being nosy and all.
Yeah, just trying to figure things out and make the story
Mm-hmm.
add up. Let me pull this up. This is what she was comparing it to. Let me find it because in the video I talk about how it's probably from a tree branch. Is that it? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
On them.
A lot of people have pointed out this picture of the stepdad with this scratch under his eye. I don't find it suspicious considering that he has been running in the woods and so in this picture, which it looks like is almost, well, it's a little bit different of a picture. I wish I could do a side by side.
Mm-hmm. But see, on
What?
the left picture, there was nothing really visible.
Dang it. Okay, hold on. We'll pull this one up and just talk about it for a minute. That's what we'll do. Yeah, it's not, there's nothing visible over here where he's smiling and he's got Malaya beside him. Here, where he's searching for the children, that scratch is there
Mm-hmm.
and red, but then in the photo, it's going to make me stop sharing the screen anytime I go back to this, but in this photo, that scar is already there. Could it be a different scar though?
Could
So
be, you know.
that one goes kind of straight down.
Mm-hmm. We'll have to do we'll have to set up a side by side and
Mm-hmm.
check.
Maybe I can do it while I'm trying to pull up Discord. I don't know. That one kind of goes straight down too.
Yeah.
Blue Jay said, looks like a birthmark to me or an old burn scar. Very possible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can
Okay.
sort of see it on the right, in the right picture along his t-shirt. You can see the I'll call it the brown mark on his right side, on our left side. Keep going, keep going. Yeah, right, right there.
Right here? Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay.
you can see something there. It's
Mm-hmm,
not
you
clear.
can.
It's clearer in other pictures.
Yeah, it could be a birthmark or a burn scar. Those make sense. Hey, these nuts. Hey, Jill. Jill said, whatever comes from this, he stayed, mom left. Poor children. That's true.
Yeah.
Maybe they used a filter in the photo of them, and then the photo of him, there is no filter. That's a possibility, too.
Yeah.
I got burned in the neck by a cigarette. Someone ran into me and burnt my neck.
Ooh.
That sucks. Could be. Let
I
me
just
pull.
found that picture really interesting because to me, he looks really defeated. He's got that bruise along his neck. His eyes look uh, gloomy or and dark.
Yeah,
I, I'd like to know the date of this picture.
I would too. There's some kind of truck back here, like an 18 wheeler, and it says GF with
Yeah.
a star, so I don't know. His lips. I'm not trying to accuse anybody of using any substances. I'm not I want to be very careful here because as I've told y'all before, I used to be on substances, but like his eyes, the way that there's bags under them and black almost, and then his lips, this white right here,
Mm-hmm.
it makes me feel like that maybe he was using some type of substances, and this is like in the depth of his substance abuse, like during that time period. I mean, I could be completely wrong, but that's what it reminds me of. That his eyes look different. I don't know.
Yeah.
That could be all bullshit. That's just me speculating over here, but
Right.
I think that could be possible too.
Yeah, definitely. His eyes are glassy a bit and a bit reddish, you know.
Mhm. It does. He is so open about everything apart from maybe sleep meds.
Hmm.
Hmm. Maybe. Hey, Shraddha.
I tried zooming into his eyes. I like looking at reflections to see what people are looking at, but couldn't really see much.
Looks like I could see like maybe part of the steering wheel, his hand, a phone, maybe.
Right.
But, you know, I have no idea. That's just me speculating.
What do you think of the bruise on his neck?
I don't know because to me it looked 3D. It looked like he almost had a tracheotomy or something. I saw that and I was like, did that dude have a tracheotomy? Or what the hell is that? But,
That would be lower and more central, but the one
right,
the one I mean is this one, yeah, the red, the long
right.
red mark.
I don't know if he's uses substances. Maybe he scratched his neck. I don't know. Or I
Mm.
mean, regardless of whether he's using substances or not, maybe it's some kind of scratch to his neck or a construction. Maybe something hit him in the neck that like a board. He was grabbing a board and it smacked him in the neck.
Could be, yeah. I wondered if they had physical fights, him and Malaya.
That's a good question. I think it's possible.
Hmm.
That's not a scratch.
No,
Looks like
well,
a burn scar. They're
the
saying.
bru- well, the long one to me looks like a bruise.
Yeah, it looks like a bruise to me too. I
Yeah.
wouldn't put it past them getting in physical fights, especially if, like some speculated in the beginning, there's substance use going on when you're coming down and there's screaming children and you're arguing already because simply because of the way she left so abruptly. I
Yeah,
wouldn't. I would think it might have gotten physical at some point.
yeah.
This
But
okay.
oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just going to say, yeah, it does look 3D. The round mark.
Yeah, like it could be photoshopped. It could just be a regular bruise and I'm looking at it weird. I don't know, but yeah, that does look weird to me.
Yeah,
I
we'll
would
see
like
it again. Sorry.
Yeah, I would like no, you're good. I would like to ask his mother if she really is talking to his mother about that and ask her what she thought it was. Like if she knew of something that had happened to him when he was a child.
Right.
This the way we roll.
You,
Okay. This the way we roll. Thank you for being here. Said could be a burn from working on cars. That's true too. Could
I
be
mean,
handheld operational healed operational accident or accidental scar. That's true.
yeah, I mean,
That's a
he works in sawmills, and that's a very dangerous job.
Oh yeah, I didn't think about that. Yeah.
You
So
know, even the bruise. You know, I've heard of people that had planks smashing into them, like springing back into a person. Do you know what I mean?
right.
Like a board, and then it would spring back into a person as they were working with it on the machinery. So
Yeah, it could be from that. Yeah. Huh.
anyway, I don't know, but I just thought I'd share that with everybody.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm gonna look into it and see what I can find out. Shraddha, thank you for being a member for 2 months. That is
Woo!
amazing. Thank you for sharing that milestone. She said, "What? 2 months feels like home. Safe. I'm glad that you're here and it feels like home.
We are
Thank you.
family.
We are family. Thank you so much for sharing that." Nessa said could be a seatbelt scar too. That's true.
Yeah.
Or where it's rubbing on him. That makes sense. Oh, okay, because of your gaming channel. Okay, cool. Well, Cracker Jacks, I've heard a lot of people in the community, like the sawmill or the fisheries is where you would work. So, yeah, I've heard it's kind of normal for that area. Unfortunately, I don't know.
I've heard
Um,
that I've heard that they either work or they don't. So they either have full-time jobs or there is nothing. So 1 day a week, I've heard that as well, but it doesn't sound like that's how the industry works. I don't know.
right, could be. Um, Blue Jay said to me, it looks like a shadow from his collar on his shirt. I don't know. It looks a little darker to me. Well, I thought it was a tracheotomy scar too, but it would be more center, like she said, because it would be
Mhm.
like right here if it
And
was a
lower,
tracheotomy
it
and
it
lower.
would
Okay.
be it would be just where the t-shirt is,
Okay.
unless something else happened to him. I don't know.
Yeah, and you can kind of see it there.
Hmm. This picture just is so weird to me. The scar being there with the children being there. Unless it was taken just before the kids disappeared and he already had the scratch on his face.
Yeah.
You know, maybe the day before. I don't. I'd like to see the whole picture with the children. We could maybe approximate their ages.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can find it. Let me pull up the next picture while I get to Discord. Oh my goodness. Okay. Do I
So
need?
this,
Okay.
uh, well, I just thought there is all that junk on the right hand side at the driveway,
Mm-hmm.
and later it's all gone. So somebody's cleaning up something. And to me, I'm thinking, like, you'll see other pictures as well. See, here it's gone. All that
Right.
garbage. Well, not garbage, I shouldn't say that. All that junk. Um, and like, who's cleaning up while children are missing? Unless they have to, like, are they moving away? Is the
Yeah.
mother and brother, are they moving back into the trailer maybe now that the kids are gone? Because
Maybe.
you'll see the backyard too is all cleaned up of all the toys. And that mattress under the window, that's gone. And then the fence looks finished.
Yeah, it does. I could
And
see them trying to finish that in hopes that the kids are going to be found and it's finished finally. But
yes, and then you see the deck is cleaned out too.
yeah, I was trying to scroll to where we needed to be to see all of that. But Let's go back to the. Oh no, this is the front. Yeah, that is a lot different.
Hmm.
Maybe they're trying to clean up because the news people were there or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, at some point it becomes like you can't go out in the woods anymore. Hey, guilty of crime. Um, you can't go out into the woods anymore and search because they've told you've searched everywhere you could and you just kind of got to sit and wait at home and that would be stressful, so maybe they're cleaning up because like of stress and trying to clean things up.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like there's a few, um, a few different possible reasons. So cleaning because people are around and they don't want to look sloppy.
Yeah, or even if the baby is with social services trying to clean up to get the baby back.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, this is when they're supposed to be looking in the forest and going through the mud and the wetness and everything, and his boot is clean,
Yeah, it is.
the brother. I just noticed that, so I thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah, where were you talking about you put the videos at in the Discord?
I'm not
Do you know?
sure. Actually,
Okay.
I'm not sure if I even. I'll have to go back and look. I'll put them on
Okay.
on Discord later, or send them to you on email.
Okay, that's fine. There was one you sent me an email, but I think it's the update about the oh my gosh, the family seeing them the day before.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I'm
see, all
looking.
that stuff is gone now. The pile on the right.
Yep. Okay, let me. All right. The
This I just
door.
showed. Yeah, the door is open. Um, that's pretty much it. So to me, that means that maybe the mother and brother are still there. And it also shows me that the birthday party was not in this trailer. I mean, it doesn't look like it is, but I'm just saying the way the door looks. Um,
Yeah, no.
it's not the same door at all. But
Right.
so maybe they're moving out. Maybe they're moving into the big trailer.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe the brother didn't get off the machine he's riding on. He looks, I don't like that picture. And then the fact that she just pointed out his boots are clean and he's back here relaxed, like looking, he looks kind of sad and defeated.
Yeah,
And
I was trying.
actually, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but I was trying to see Daniel's feet, but I think he's just wearing runners. He's not wearing boots. But the brother's boots look clean to me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. And I was going to say that this is taken where the four wheeler is still parked at right there.
Yep.
That's where they're sitting because right there's the door. And looking at the steps now, I don't know that they could have. Well, no, because there is a walkway. The steps right there is what they use, I guess. I was thinking they use them steps that are like to the side here.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well, but they're too long, they're too tall.
Yeah, and I don't think the kids would use them because they would fall.
Unless they're making new ones for the back, because the back ones are not the best looking steps.
Yeah, yeah, the back ones, if I go way back. Hold on. Oh, we got to go through
So,
all the images too. Yep. Okay. The back
yeah,
steps here, like the door just goes like to the side. It's not even lined up with the porch anymore, and the steps look like they would fall in if you stepped on them.
I think they just use that for the laundry to dry clothes.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. You guys were talking about the line
Yeah,
here.
yeah, you can see the line.
Mm-hmm.
So see, the mattress is there between
Yep.
the two decks, and in the pictures that you'll see that it's gone.
Okay.
Now, I don't have any solutions, guys, so I'm just bringing these up to just things that I noticed.
Yeah. It's
For
definitely been cleaned up.
yeah,
Yeah, before you could see the reflection of the slats on this side, and there was nothing here. So they've definitely finished that. I think
yeah,
it's to try to get the baby back.
yeah. This I took it. It's not a big thing. It's just showing that the birthday party was not in their trailer.
Right.
So it's 3:30. The light is coming from the right side, which would be west. And if you look at the trailer, there is no windows on the west side. It's and also there is no window where these two people are on the left-hand side.
Right.
And and if you look at the front of the trailer, there is a window on the right-hand side of the mudroom.
Let's see. Yeah, there's a window right there, and then these windows.
Yeah, but the wall would be across. Can I explain it? The kitchen in the birthday party
Mm-hmm.
has an outside wall when we're looking at the door on the right side. And if we were standing in the trailer right there, where you have your
Mm-hmm.
mouse,
Right.
where Daniel is standing in the birthday party, there would be a wall on further left in the trailer. So it's not in the trailer anyway. Does
Right.
any Am I making any sense? I'm sorry.
No, I get what you're saying. And that door, I mean, it looks like it looks right out also into a yard or where you're saying the sun's coming from this side and there's no way. Basically, the sun is coming from over here, right?
Yeah,
So if I understand correctly, and then if you look at this, that would be mean that Daniel would be, if this was the trailer, if it wasn't the trailer, Daniel would be standing by this door and there would be a window like right here, but like where the window would be on the end of this trailer, like it would be the end of the house and there would be a
right,
window and the light would be shining that way towards this side of the trailer coming
right,
from this side, and there's no way to be standing right here and light from a window all the way down here shining in like that if that was the case. So obviously it can't happen there. Plus that door doesn't look like this door. I don't think they would have a
right.
door that looked that nice.
And you saw the window on the right hand side of the porch. This
Mhm.
one, well, that's not there in the birthday party kitchen.
Oh, right. Yeah, it would be right here.
Yeah,
And there's no window back there. Right.
right. And there, the where it says west, there is a window right there. We can see it in other pictures. So it's not even. There's just no way that would be the trailer.
Right. Those wood stairs look new. Maybe he's repairing the back stairs. I think so. I think he might be
Yeah.
trying to get the baby. Hey, Kalisa. It's way too tidy. Doesn't match some of the photos of. Yeah, it
Hmm.
looks much better around the trailer. Please state your opinions as opinions. Could be a birthmark or a fungal infection. Oh Lord, I hope it's not a fungal infection. I think the birthday party was somewhere else. I don't think the trailer has that nice wood trim around the windows. Yep, I agree.
Right.
It's probably the home before they moved in with Daniel. Oh, okay. Jack is
Um,
4, maybe, but Daniel's there. So yeah, maybe it is the house they were living in before they moved in with Daniel.
maybe. Yeah.
Very, very much could be. Lorianne said if DCF has the baby, he could be trying to get custody. I think that's what's going on. Ah, I didn't mean to do that. Where's my stuff? Where did it go? Oh no.
Oh no.
It's up there, but I've lost it on my computer. Now I gotta find it. There it is. Okay.
There's the window.
Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, this house has a window here and then a window on the door, probably a window on the back. Yeah, so it's definitely not that trailer.
Right.
Maybe
And
it's the
again, maybe
sorry.
what? Sorry?
I was gonna say maybe it's the her mother's the reservation property.
Ah, okay. Yeah, maybe.
Hmm. Or, where she lived at before she lived there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was before
Yeah,
they started cleaning up. You can see that the RV's not in the ground here too because that's the bumper and there's space in between.
right.
I've heard people talking about a polygraph, but I haven't found anything on Daniel and the polygraph yet.
I haven't seen anything either.
Let me see. Oh, Indy. Oh, goodness. Indy, thank you so much for being a member for 2 months. I really appreciate that, and that's so awesome. I can't believe like it's crazy to me that we've even had memberships for 2 months. Time just flies when you are having fun.
It does.
I love that. Thank you guys for sharing those with me. They make me feel special and let me know how much y'all love our speculating family, and I really appreciate that. And then she sent a 4.99 super sticker that I
Oh,
also missed. Thank you so very much for that. Let me see if I can pick up my phone and find out what it says. Oh, I gotta find it. It was under Basil. Basil
Andrew,
sat on
Beetle.
it. Yeah, he laid on it.
Is it warm?
A little bit, actually. Oh, it showed up there, but then it went away. Hold on. Oh, it was way up. I can't even go back. But thank you so much for that. That was so sweet of you. It won't let me go back that far now because it's been too long. Thank you so much for that. And then Sandra just shared a milestone that's been 7 months. Goodness.
Yo, wow.
That is amazing. Thank you so much. I love your face too. So much. I saw that you got the email I sent you this morning. Y'all, I got some stuff today from the Victoria Martins case.
Oh,
Um yeah, I got so when we were watching the trial and she says that like it was 2 years later when you actually talked to the DA and gave your statement, right? I was like, so there is a statement out there from her. And
oh,
evidently, the DA has it. She went to the state attorney's office, which is where we've had to get some of the stuff on Step and Stern. So I emailed the district attorney's office, and they were like, first they sent me an email and said, give us till May 30th. And then I checked it yesterday, and they said, I believe this is what you're looking for, and gave me 2 audio files. So we'll get to
nice.
hear what Jessica said to the DA.
That's awesome. Good
It
job.
really, yeah, it was, and I didn't even have to pay for that information, so that made it even better.
That's great. Yeah.
Hey, Norma. I know that was so sweet, wasn't it? Of Indy and Hio, all of you. Y'all are so sweet. Boomer, I don't get negative vibes from Daniel either. I think that he wants to take a polygraph to clear his name.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
I really think that, yeah, he's doing all this to try to get the baby. That's as far back as that goes. That definitely looks finished. I'll go back to the one we have. I really think somebody took those babies. Oh, oh yeah, okay, this is the one we want. So this is what it originally looked like, and you can see there that that fence is not finished. So they've definitely been working and finishing that fence.
Yeah.
Then there's
Which
the
is good.
second one. Yeah,
Well, even at that point, I mean, obviously they were trying to better the house and maybe better themselves. I don't know. I don't have a bad feeling about Daniel either.
yeah. And I
Her,
could
I'm not
be,
so sure. Yeah.
yeah, I
Mm.
definitely could be wrong about that, but
Yeah.
yeah, Jenny Jen. Yeah, please hit the thumbs up if y'all don't mind. Jola, thank you for being here. Daniel says in an interview that he took and passed. Okay, let me see what I can find on that. Thank you for that. Uh, if we can get that, I'll have to put it out in a video. Okay, let me see. Let me show y'all what I got on it. Evidently, it did happen, but all I'm pulling up is other YouTube channels with the information, and I try not to do that because they could strike me. Hopefully.
Oh, there, the second. Yeah.
No, that's a
Oh,
SoCal
no, no.
case.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry. I'll just be quiet.
No, no, you're good. Let's see.
To do a polygraph test.
That is correct.
That already happened.
That has happened.
Right. And did you get results from that yet?
I do have results, and I don't know if I can share those results, but they were good in my favor. We'll say.
No, I don't like that. Let me go to CBC.
They were good in his favor.
Yeah, he says that he can't. Oh my goodness.
Those fires are just horrible right now.
What's going on with the fires?
It's forest fires on the prairies in Canada, in Manitoba and Saskatchewan. I'm not sure where else. Up in the Northwest Territories or Nunavut.
Dang. Well, I can't find it, but we'll see what we can.
You said they're flying in someone to do a polygraph test. Is that on you?
That's not just on me, but on everyone. That's what I asked for. I asked for that so early on, and there's not many places that do it in Canada, so they're flying somebody in.
Why do you think you need to do that? Do you think they don't believe you?
I think their side of the family doesn't believe me, and I just want to clear it up for everyone. Clear it up for everyone, not just the people online making crazy accusations and
Hey, K-Loops.
everything else.
Okay, but I have an issue.
Or to do a polygraph test.
That is correct.
That already happened.
That has happened.
Right. And did you get results from that yet?
I do have results, and I don't know if I can share those results, but they were good in my favor. We'll say that.
You mentioned last time we chatted that you'd offered to do a polygraph test.
That is correct.
That already happened.
That has happened.
Right. And did you get results from that yet?
I do have results, and I don't know if I can share those results, but they were good in my favor. We'll say that.
It looked like he was wearing the same shirt in both interviews, is what I was gonna say, but I don't know about that now. It does. I mean, I don't think that's Photoshop, but I wish I could see it in like full screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna work on trying to find that. If I can find it, I'll put out a video with it. K Loops, thank you for being here. Said he didn't say that he passed, but they were in his favor. So yeah, I wonder what that could mean. Like if he didn't pass, what could it be in his favor? I'd like to know the results.
Yeah.
Blue Jay says Balea acts like they are past, just the way she talks and the words pain and sorrow just doesn't go with her children gone missing. That's only the second day they are missing. That's true.
Mm.
Hey Remy Stuff, good to see you. And Ali X. I don't know if I can share them. Right.
Yeah.
Mike said, so far, I think both mother and stepdad are innocent, just irresponsible. Poor little innocent kids. I agree. I'm more with Mike on that. I'm going to scroll
Yeah.
down. It does sound odd, but again, I mean, when we talk about the language, a lot of the things they've said are odd. So is it out of the ordinary for him to sound odd when he's saying that? Like, is that just the way they talk?
Mm-hmm.
That was from
possibly.
Mike Dorman. Mike Deman. Mike Deman. I will try to share his link. Um, he's the only one that has it. Like I don't.
Hmm.
I'm not even seeing it from the CBC. So I don't know. I'm looking on the CBC now.
Mhm.
She have something positive. That was 17th, May 8th. Hold on, let me pull it up so y'all can see it with me.
It's almost been a month. It's crazy.
Yep. Like I'm not seeing anything on it,
No.
and I don't know why. Let me try MSN. Because he got it from somewhere, but
Mm-hmm.
took him past polygraph. Oh, no. Let's see what this says. Um, okay. Missing Nova Scotia kids spotted day before disappearance. Stepfather says he's taken a polygraph. RCMP Nova Scotia. Yeah, it says y'all can see it. Okay. So it says RCMP Nova Scotia are looking for more video footage of two young children who vanished nearly 4 weeks ago and are now confirming the siblings were seen in public with family members the day before being reported missing. Lily and Jack Sullivan, aged 6 and 4, were reported missing from their home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia on May 2nd. In a Wednesday update, the RCMP said they've confirmed that the two were, quote, observed in public with family members on the afternoon of May 1st, unquote, based on details they've gathered. They later clarified that confirmation was made by both video evidence and eyewitness accounts. So that's good.
Yeah.
4-year-old Jack Sullivan left and 6-year-old Lily Sullivan Wright, missing from their home in rural northeastern Nova Scotia, were last seen Friday, May 2nd, 2025, in the community of Lansdowne Station. The Canadian Press slash HO Nova Scotia Ground Search and Rescue Association. Oh, I guess that's about the pictures. Police also said investigators have collected hours of video from the area surrounding Lansdowne Station. Quote, we are now asking anyone who has dash cam footage or video along Gerlach Road between 12 p.m. on April 28th and 12 p.m. on May 2nd to contact us, unquote, said Corporal Sandy, Northeast Nova Scotia RCMP Major Crime Unit in a news release. RCMP said investigators have received and are following up on more than 355 tips. They've also interviewed in excess of 50 people. And have more interviews planned in the coming days. Police said they're committed to exploring all possibilities when it comes to the case. RCMP offers I hate how it jumps. RCMP officers from various teams are fully engaged in finding out what happened to Lily and Jack, and we are using all tools and resources to determine the circumstances of their disappearance, said Corporal Marthew in the case. Quote, we understand people's desire for answers and updates. However, as this is an active investigation, we are unable to discuss details of our ongoing work, unquote. Okay, stepfather says he's taken a polygraph. The disappearance has sparked rampant speculation on social media, much of it targeting the children's mother and stepfather, Daniel Martell. In an interview Wednesday, Martell reiterated he offered to take a polygraph test, which he said has now taken place. Quote, I do have results and I don't know if I can share those results, but they were good in my favor. I'll say that, unquote, he said. He said he is glad police are seeking additional footage and is urging the public to step up and help find the children. Despite not having had contact with the children's mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, since May 3rd when she left the search area, Martell said an RCMP liaison has been assigned to keep them both informed as the investigation progresses. Quote, trust this RCMP word. And I mean, you don't have to trust my word, but I'm the only one doing media for Jack and Lily trying to keep this story alive and get them found, unquote, he said. And then it says, we understand people's desire for answers. The children's disappearance launched a multi day search that involved upwards of 160 people, including volunteers and agencies from around the province. The search involved large scale ground and air operations as well as use of underwater recovery team. The area around the children's home is heavily wooded and terrain made it difficult. But the terrain was made difficult by Hurricane Fiona damage. RCMP announced on May 7th they were scaling back their efforts, saying there was little chance they were alive. However, additional searches took place on May 8th, 9th, 17th, and 18th. Quote, any future searches will be determined based on the course of the investigation, RCMP said Wednesday. RCMP have maintained there is no evidence Lily and Jack were abducted. It is a comment that criminal expert Jim Hoskins told Global News this week was an interesting detail in the case. They gave clue they gave a clue and said no abduction. That's a big statement to make at this early in the. Okay. Quote, they gave a clue and they said no abduction. That's a big statement to make at this early in the game, unquote. I don't know why it's worded like that, said Hoskins, a retired Halifax regional police officer and former major crime staff sergeant who is not working on the Sullivan case.
Hmm.
Okay, so that says that he has passed a polygraph, or the odds were in his favor.
Yeah. Well,
He is
he's not arrested yet, so you know what I mean?
right. That is true. That is true. And if they suspected that he had done something, I think they would have been he would have been arrested.
Yeah,
So
depending
there's
on what they have, but
well, I mean, what I mean is if he failed the polygraph, they probably would have arrested him, but I don't know.
right. Unless he's under surveillance and they're just watching him, which he probably is anyway.
Yeah. I wish I could find it. But we did see that little segment. So, I mean, if we're just gonna, because I don't really have a whole lot else to talk about, and I'm gonna try to work on getting those interviews with Jessica Kelly out today. Maybe we can listen to one of those if I can pull it up. Um, if he passed this polygraph and he's trying to clean up the property, what I'm gonna assume is to get the baby back in his custody. I don't
Right.
know. I think that somebody took him.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, I've thought that from the beginning when they didn't find that pamper in the woods. If those kids walked off, that pamper would have been found, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Cindy said, I bet the retired officer said that's because it's possible that the children were abducted. Just because they don't have proof doesn't mean it didn't happen. I think that's true. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I referenced the trail cam footage that they're trying to grab.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, they wouldn't be trying to get it if they knew something else. Red Moon said lie detector tests are not admissible in court in Canada. They're not admissible anywhere as far as I know. Most often, arresting someone on a failed polygraph is unlikely. That's true.
Mm. I wonder
Same.
if they. I wonder if they checked garbage cans along driving away from their house to see if there was a dirty diaper in any of them.
Oh, I bet they didn't, but that would have been good to check
Yeah.
because I bet it was.
I mean, it would have been pretty filthy.
Yeah, they would have took that off. Yep.
Yeah.
Mercedes said, "Are they saying no abduction because the biofather has them?" I don't know. I don't think the biofather has them. Remy said biofather says he didn't want anything to do with his kids, and that's what his mom said, which again would be on it's a criming shame because she's saying that she had been talking to the paternal um, grandmother. I'm trying to drop their link real quick so you guys can check that out. I haven't watched there's her link for that live stream. I need to watch it, and I would like to get permission from her before I go through the whole thing. I
Mm-hmm.
would like to go through it with you guys, but I try not to just do that. So I'm gonna talk to her and see what I can do, and maybe we can go over it. I think both parents are being watched true, too.
Yeah, it is, isn't it, Nessa?
Yeah, Daniel and Catherine. Daniel and Catherine, good to see you. Sorry, I'm so sorry. David and Catherine L. family, thank you for being here. They said in Canada, a polygraph or lie detector test can not be used to arrest or to be used to convict a person. Thank you for that. Everybody who's telling me that, I do appreciate it. So yeah, if he did fail it, then they're gonna have to add the clues up together to prove what he failed, and they're gonna have to like prove it a different way other than the failed polygraph.
Yeah, makes sense.
RCMP failed those children. I mean, Joyla, I think that judging from, okay, in Dylan's case, that we talked about, Dylan Ellers, which is also in Nova Scotia, they said it took like 3 hours for them to get there. They found boots by the creek, and so they kind of automatically didn't really do much. And there was dogs hidden in the water that we talked about when we covered both cases together. I think if anybody was failed, it was Dylan. When I listened to the dispatch audio for Jack and Lily, they are on it. Like they are there within 30 minutes, and they're doing like they're flying around the lake. They're using heat signature drones. They've got a dive team on the way. They're figuring out communications because there's not a lot of cell service in that area. So I think that the RCMP did really try in this, but I think the kids were failed by a lot of different people, judging by the fact that Jack would throw his boots at the bus driver if the bus driver didn't respond. Again, that's a learned behavior. That is the child is walking around the house, more than likely, in my opinion, speculating. I was not there, I did not see, I do not know, but in my opinion, that child throws his shoes at adults because he walks around the house, more than likely, saying, "Mommy, mommy, mommy, daddy, daddy, daddy," and everybody's face is stuck in a phone, so he takes stuff and throws it at them to get their attention, and then they respond, and so he does it to the bus driver as well. He's learned that's how you get an adult's attention, and I think they're trying to cover up for neglectful parenting. I think they let the kids go outside a lot, and that now it's caused something to happen. I think Lily was hungry and looking for food, and so she got her stuff and she got her brother, and they were going to go get on the bus and go to school so they could get breakfast, and somebody picked them up instead of the bus because the bus had already passed. That's my opinion, not accurate information. So just trying to reiterate that.
Well, it's a great theory. I mean, it makes sense, you know.
Yeah.
There was one thing that Daniel said about the footprint that was found in the back. Do you remember that? And
Yes, ma'am.
yeah, and during the interview, he said in the back, but the reporter said, "Oh, in the backyard." Well, that's not what Daniel said. He said in the back, and for some reason, I don't remember his exact words, but it sounded to me like it was past the backyard.
Yeah, by the pipe. He said something about by the pipe, I
Yeah,
think.
the gas line thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I send you those pictures, AS, um of the gas line and
You did, and I'm going to
okay.
try to pull them up.
Yeah. No, it's no big deal. I just couldn't remember if I had sent them to you or not.
No, you did. I just have to search
And they may
ABELIS.
or may not be the gas line. It just
Oh,
from looking at maps, it sort of looked like what that gas line may have been.
Yeah. Okay.
It was a fair ways away from the house.
Okay. I found two that I'm going to pull up now of the ones you sent me because you've been sending me a lot of stuff. And I
Sorry.
do appreciate it. No, no, I love it. I appreciate it. Hey Vanessa and Rubber, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships. That was so sweet and supportive of you.
Rubber.
I appreciate it. I think it was you. I commented on your post the other day because you had posted something and I really liked what it said. I think it was Rubber. If you guys haven't checked out Rubber Ramada, please do so. She has a channel and she talks about stuff at night. When like if you're up at night and you can't sleep and stuff, she's got a really great channel for
Yep.
that. So definitely check her out. Um, those memberships went to Shay Safe Place, allegedly, Sweet as Sugar, Akira, and KJ. If you were gifted from Rubber Ramada and you are aware you were gifted, please tell Rubber thank you, and I will grab the crazy train and pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so much, Rubber. That was so sweet of you.
Nice.
JDR says, why is anybody believing him? So you don't believe Daniel? Is that what you're saying? You don't believe Daniel? I was working on merch. I've got to get I think it was Miss Sarah who made Inspector BS for us. And I got to get that on some merch too. Hopefully, yeah, okay. So I have
Okay.
this. I'm still looking for the pipeline, but I do have that
So
looks
this, yeah,
okay.
this would have been before, I think, before they moved in. Even maybe the um, the RV is not there, for one thing.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, that's the tiller you were sending me, but
The tiller.
yeah, I got to get one. Okay, that's the originals. I'm going to try to go all the way back. Oh, yep, here they are. Okay, I'm getting them. Yep, we'll finally get to see this gas line.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it is. It just seems to be from the maps that I've looked at that show the gas lines from the companies themselves. This was
Yeah,
just a hole in the ground. I was wondering what that was. A little
that
pond.
yeah, that's interesting. I'm wondering if that is still there. And it does give us an idea of how long the driveway is because even at this point, I mean, you could tell that the R I don't know if that's I think that's that barn thing in the backyard.
Yeah, like that chicken coop.
Mhm. So the RV would be kind of like back here. And the driveway is pretty long.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, assumed gas line. There's the home. And then if this is the gas line, it's way back.
Hmm.
That's a power line. Okay.
Yeah, and the power line, I know. Yeah, here you go. Because of the shadows, you can see
Oh,
that.
yeah. Okay. Is that what you're doing? Like, that's the thing that holds it up?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's the shadow of. So,
Yeah.
let me try to pull it up.
So it would be a great big um, metallic uh, object.
Yeah, it's like this big pole thing that holds it up. There we go. Hold on, let me pull this up so you can understand. So remember this, the shadow of there. I'm doing it on a different page. This thing right here. So I have to move my mouse way over. Hold on, I'll see what y'all are saying in comments in just a second. That is
Yeah,
the shadow of like one of these things.
yeah, I should have sent you that.
Oh no, it's okay.
One of these things. Yeah.
Yeah, something like maybe the one all the way on the end or a little bit different.
Hmm.
Yeah, right. Uh oh. Oh, Red Moon, I appreciate that. Thank you. No, I don't do Cash App and things like that unless we're gonna do a membership. I just go by the rules of YouTube. But I appreciate the thought very much. I just use super chats and memberships. And I try to give back to the community. Like we did the fundraiser for the Center for Missing and Exploited Children because we cover these cases. It's a personal choice for me. I don't like having Cash App and PayPal. It's just I don't know. I guess I'm weird, but I appreciate you asking and the thought. That was very sweet of you. But yeah, I just use YouTube stuff.
But Red Moon, you can send me lots of money. I'll pass it on.
Yeah.
Joking, joking.
Oh, I know you are. That was that was funny. She would though. She really would pass it to me. I know you would. um, JDR said I could not find one article in Google regarding Daniel taking a polygraph. No Canadian media has reported this. We had that issue and we had to go to MSN. So if you ask Google, like Daniel Martell takes polygraph and look specifically for MSN reporting agency, they talk about it. I still can't find the video footage of it. So I don't know. I'm going to work on that and try to put out a video later if I can find it. Cracker said, "Does living in an isolated area reduce the likelihood of abduction compared to urban areas? I'm wondering what the statistics for abduction of two children at the same time."
Hmm. Yeah, interesting questions.
We looked through some of that. Let
Yeah.
me think about how to ask it. STA. Sorry, my typing's weird because I have nails on. Okay.
I hope you have nails on.
Oh, yeah, fake nails.
I would poke myself in the eye. I wouldn't be able to use those. I'd be blind.
Okay, I can't find. You can see what I found. It said here are some statistics on child abduction. Approximately 460,000 go missing in the U.S. each year. Around 750,000 are reported missing. 750, yeah, thousand are reported to police departments annually. An estimated 900,000 children were victims of family abductions in 1999. Family
Wow.
abductions occur when a family member takes or keeps a child in violation of custodial parents' rights, while non family abductions involve someone who is not a relative. The vast majority of missing children cases are runaways, with family abductions and non family abductions being the primary types. Stranger abductions are extremely rare, accounting for less than 1% of all missing children cases. And then I found this Child Find of America. Um, so it's estimated that 2,300 children are missing every day in the United States.
That's a lot.
Yeah. For runaways, two-thirds of children are between 15 and 17. The male to female ratio is equal. More than half returned home in the same week. 99% returned home. 21 are physically or sexually abused at home.
Hmm.
Why do they run away? 42% have family problems, 14% because of peer pressure, 5% because of drug or alcohol abuse, and 4% is physical abuse. And then we've got family or parental abductions. 78% abductions are the non custodial parent. 35% of children were between 6 and 11. 24% of the abductions lasted between 1 week and 1 month. 82% abductions intended to affect custody permanently. 21% are other relatives. 42% of children were living with a single parent. 15% were living with another relative or foster parent, and 66% were taken by a male relative. Why do family members become abductors? They are dissatisfied with custody decision in court. They have been denied visitation for not paying child support. They are protecting the child and or themselves from abuse. They are angry with the breakup of the relationship, and they are angry with other parents' new or Yeah, other parents' new partner or lifestyle. Okay, non family abductions and stereotypical kidnappings. 81% were 12 years old or older in non family cases. 58% were 12 years old or older in stereotypical kidnappings. In 40% of stereotypical kidnappings, the child was killed. In another 4%, the child was not recovered. 86% of the perpetrators are male. The abducted children are predominantly female. Nearly half of all victims were sexually abused.
Wow.
That's
Too many
sad.
kids out there.
Yeah. Statistics up. We're going to go back to the pipeline. Sorry.
No, no worries.
Abducting two. Okay. I said statistics of abducting two children at once, and it says globally approximately 8 million children go missing each year, with around 460,000 cases reported annually in the United States alone. In the U.S., about 460,000 children are reported missing each year, which includes those who are lost or abducted. Over 41,000 were juvenile. Over 41,000 juveniles were reported as victims of homicide, kidnapping, and aggravated assault in a 5 year period, highlighting the prevalence of such crimes. And endangered runaways account for 91% of all missing children cases, indicating a significant issue with runaway children.
Wow.
But it doesn't tell me the statistics of kidnapping two children at once. I could tell you that it's not, I wouldn't think it would be very normal because it would be a lot easier to kidnap just one child. But if you're kidnapping a child, oh, I was way up in comments. I apologize for missing y'all's comments. If you were kidnapping a child and there was a witness, I could see taking both, but that is not something that, if I had to guess, a kidnapper would be wanting to do a lot because you're a lot more likely to be seen picking up two children instead of just one.
Right.
Um, but I think the target was one child and the other one was there, so they took both.
Okay. Yeah.
Personally, that's just my speculation. Um, Karaka said, I know what happened. Sarah Payne Roy Whiting, I think they abducted her when she was with her siblings. She was found murdered. UK case.
Mhm.
And there's another one that happened. I can't remember. Mercedes said we looked it up in the beginning. Stranger abduction in Canada is very, very low. Yeah, stranger
Mhm.
abduction in Canada was like 1% or less than 1%.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taking a huge risk when you take two. Right.
Mhm.
Um, Lord have mercy. Oh, okay. There was another case, and I've heard about it like maybe three times, so I don't recall the details specifically. But what happened is there was these boys. I think it was like somebody who was later found out to be a serial killer. But these boys or children, I think it was all boys, were riding bikes out, and it was back during the time, when you had to be home by the street light, the time the street lights came on. And these boys were riding their bikes around town, but they were out in the country. And this guy pulled over and like pulled out a gun and told them to turn around, and he was going to shoot them. And then the boys had to lay down in the ditch, and he took one of them and he made the other boys lay there in the ditch and think he was going to shoot them, and then left with the one boy, and the boys that he made lay down never got to see his face. There was something like that, and the boy, I think he ended up being a victim of a sexual assault and then a homicide. Um, and those other boys, obviously felt guilty for the rest of their lives because they did what he was told.
I remember that story. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I need to look it up and see if I can find it. Yeah, we talked about that too. They could search bank accounts for any high payments going in or out. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was from Minnesota, close to me. Do you know the name of the perpetrator or the child or anything? Because that would help me maybe.
It was
Um,
in the 60s or 70s, wasn't it?
yeah, it was way back, but I
Way back.
remembered it. that's the only other one I remember where there was multiple children, and even then he only took one.
Right. There was there were two little girls too. Same thing happened. I'll have
Oh,
to.
I think I
Yeah.
remember hearing about that too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, again, that would tell me that statistically, it's really low for them to want to take two children because it's just so much of a risk.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, she's what Abellis has done here, I'm assuming, is pulled up maps of the area, right?
Yes.
This is a power line place. And so you see this line here that cuts all the way across the province, all the way across the roads and stuff. There's only two of these. There's that one and then there's that one. That one is straight, it's not curved. So yeah, that I agree. That's probably a power line. This is their home. So that could very well be the gas line. And what we were talking about was she said Daniel saw one of their footprints by the gas line. And if it's not that little thing that we saw in front of the house, which Abella said it probably wasn't because that's oil, that's not like a gas thing, then it would be up by this thing, which means that would be way out far from their house,
I
right?
had another yes, and I had another picture with the distances
Okay.
also, and yeah, there you go.
Is this it? Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So
it's not
to
precise, but
right. But no, you did a good job and I really appreciate that. Cuz
thank you.
yeah, you helped a lot. So the map shows you that for this distance it's about 2,000 feet or 500 meters for that. Okay, so if we use the legend here and measure, she's saying that from their house, which is right here, to the power line, which is marked as number one, it's around 3 kilometers. And from their house to the gas line, or what we hold on a minute. Okay, and then from their house to the gas line, it would be a little over 1 kilometer.
Yes, the assumed gas line, and when I zoomed into that, what I think is the gas line, there is nothing visible, so I think it may be buried.
Ah, okay. So it might be, yeah.
Again, these are approximations for the distances.
Right, but they said that, like pretty much from the beginning, because they were last seen at 8 o'clock in their room, and the phone call was made between 9:40 and 10 o'clock, that they estimated the kids could have gone up to 6 kilometers. So this would have been in their path of travel,
Yeah,
um, especially if they're going through the woods. So if to get from their house to the gas line is a little over a kilometer, maybe he did see their boot prints there,
right. And there is a lot of water. You can see the black dots all over the place.
like this.
Uh,
Is
Maybe
or is
not
it
that,
like
but
that?
lower above Lansdowne, the word Lansdowne on the left,
Oh, right here?
right there. Yeah, and there is more smaller ones, like up on the right here where my arrow is pointing. You
Okay.
can see a little more. Uh,
The other arrow?
yeah,
Okay.
see, there's two little, back up just a little bit there on top
Okay.
towards the power line, past the gas line. Go down.
Okay.
Yeah.
This right here?
No,
Okay.
sorry. Yeah,
Well,
right there, right there, right,
right here?
right there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
So
that
there
could
is
be
two
water
little
too.
black dots, and I think those are all water bodies of water, small ones, little ponds, uh, little snow puddles that melted. You know.
Yeah. Very possible. Lori said the police messed it up. They should have checked all cameras and asked for dash cam. I wish they had in the beginning. I think we would have been, um, I don't know. I mean, it depends on if anything's on them. And if anything is on them, I don't, I mean, I'm hoping we would have heard something by now.
Yeah.
Those kids were much more vulnerable to the parents valuable alive, not dead or gone. Yeah, I don't
Mm,
think I honestly don't think the parents had anything they're doing something. I don't know. I had to ask them to be quiet.
mm,
Um I I don't think the parents would have like traded them or sold them or something like we saw was a speculation with the Daniel Ellers case.
right.
Um I mean, yeah, I think they would have been more. I mean, if we're gonna get blunt about it, yeah, they would have been more valuable alive, not dead.
Mm-hmm.
Cracker said, which reminds me, Aunt Huntley was extremely prominent and present in the search for Holly and Jessica. He wanted to be kept up to date with happenings. This could be Daniel. Oh, you're talking about the two girls. She said Jessica and Holly, best friends, known to their murderer, who was a janitor in their school. And she's saying the janitor in the school was very prominent and present in the search and wanted to be kept up to date with happenings. And that does happen.
Wow,
Um,
that's crazy.
yeah, it's sad. Been further into the case of where Lily and Jack, I think. Hold on. Okay. Terrain is too rough for little legs in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know
Mhm.
that they're out there because I think that pamper would have been found. But if Daniel found footprints by the gas line, this is the gas line. If this is the gas line, I mean, that's quite a ways. It's a little over a kilometer. It looks bigger than it is, I suppose, but not. I'm talking about the power line, daggum. If this is the gas line and there was a boot print of theirs found by the gas line, that's quite a ways. But I
But
would think that pamper would have come off.
yeah, exactly. But then Lake Lansdowne is right on the right, and they went and searched there,
Right. That's true.
and
That
it's
was
not.
like,
Yeah, it's not that far. Oh yeah, there we go. There is the what assume is the natural gas line, and I don't see any poles or shadows
okay.
when I zoom into that. But I saw ruts like um, vehicle ruts, which is probably for maintenance, maybe.
Yeah. So you're
If
talking
they're
about this?
yes,
Okay.
so that's a cut in the forest that where they put these power lines and gas lines and whatnot, and they
Okay.
keep them treeless for easy access to for maintenance, and so people can use those too. They're not fenced in or anything. People can walk along them, maybe hunters or hikers or what whoever. And then you can
Right.
see under the word visible, you can see water, I think, or maybe
Okay.
not. Maybe
Y-
that's trees.
you can see the vehicle lines here that she was just talking about, how it goes all the way down. Like,
There's something on the left here, or maybe
um,
a tree. At the bottom, there was something I saw in the tree cut, but uh,
here.
yeah, yeah, to the
Let me
left of your
hold on.
right there. That's probably just fallen trees, maybe, or something.
Yeah, it looks like a tree.
Yeah.
Like when I make it normal, I don't know. That'd be a kind of a big tree. I might be giving too much credit though. I don't know. And then that definitely looks like a lake right there to me.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of water.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean it's all wet and it's all uh, full of branches and debris and everything from that hurricane.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we allow speculation and everybody's thoughts and opinions, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that Daniel had anything to do with it personally. I
Yeah,
believe so. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
no, I was gonna say I feel the same way.
1 kilometer, one sunny day, it said 1 kilometer is about 3 football fields, right? Is that correct? Do you know?
Uh, I don't know how long is a football field.
I'll pull it up on Google. Hold on just a minute.
one
Roxanne's
mile, one
one.
mile is 1.6 kilometers. Kilometer.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll go ahead and do that. One. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'll get it pulled up for you guys. It says no. Okay, it says no. 1 kilometer is not the length of 3 football fields. Specifically, 1 kilometer is approximately equal to 10.936 football fields. Therefore, 3 footballs fields would be about 32.81 kilometers.
What? 3 football fields would be. I think the decimal is in the wrong spot there,
I do
isn't it?
too.
Yeah.
1 kilometer is equal to 10 football fields. So 3 football fields
I
would
think they
be,
mean three. I don't know.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, the last sentence didn't make sense to me.
Let's try this. Yeah, 1 kilometer is 10 football fields. So,
Almost 11.
yeah. Okay.
Good. Good to know.
Yeah. Okay, let's get the picture back up. You don't trust AI results. I'm starting not to.
Yeah.
Um hey stolen spirits. 1 kilometer is 0.62 miles.
Yeah. 0.62 miles. Yeah.
I didn't get your question, Jenny. I missed it. I'm sorry. Okay. I think that's the last one that way. Hmm.
So again, that's just an assumption. I don't know if that's actually the gas line or not, but
Oh,
I'm assuming.
right. It appears that it could be very much could be the gas line because the only other thing we saw that we were saying that people were questioning if it was the gas line. It's not showing in that one.
Yeah, I
I don't.
didn't show it in the. Oh, there we go. There it is.
Yeah, would be this thing right here, and there's like a little white thing right here, but I think that white thing is siding, and this
Yeah.
holds oil, not gas, right?
Yes.
Okay. 900 yards. I think 1 football is 300. Football field is 300. Could possibly be they was taken out of Canada by someone they know. I'm thinking so. If that's what happened, Lily and Jack are still with the living, not pass away or buried somewhere. Is keeping fingers
Mm.
crossed. I hope they're alive. Some kids. Oh yeah, my boys would pee everywhere.
Nice.
Not the girls, but yeah, the boys would, especially when they were little. They would find a tree. Yeah, some
That's
kids
so
did.
funny. That's cute.
Yeah,
When you gotta go, you gotta go.
yeah. So I'm thinking that this barn thing right here, or that thing back there where the chicken coop is in the original photos of before right here. I'm
Yeah.
thinking that is an outlined fence or something like the original fence that could have been part of. Looks like it goes too far out this way though to be that other makeshift one, but this could be the one they have now, like that part of that fence, and then that's
Right.
the shop thing.
Yeah, I don't know how old this picture is either, but it's definitely before anything. Before the bus was there, before
Mm-hmm.
the toys in the back, like I mean um, the swing
Yep.
and other things that they had.
Yep. And the yeah, the RV's not there. I really
Mhm.
want to know what this is, and is there something there now?
Yeah, I think it's visible in newer aerial views. Um,
Hmm. I don't know if we have any newer ones. looks cleared out over here, and it looks like
Mhm.
that could possibly be a house, but I could be wrong.
Poor Daniel, scrutinizing his face.
Yeah. No, you're good. If you were talking about, I saw you said poor. I heard you say poor Daniel, and I didn't catch the rest. But like, if you were talking about what you did, I think it's important to point that stuff out.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, you can definitely tell. Like I said, the fence is definitely not finished there, and it's finished in the new pictures. But I think all the okay. So that's the only one I have, and it does look like it's heavily wooded, but there's no. I can't see over there, but the fence here is behind the actual house, whereas in the picture we have the fence is like over here.
Yeah.
It doesn't go halfway behind the house.
Good eye. Good eye. Good point.
Thank you. You have some really good points too.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. So I think that picture is, yeah, probably really old.
One thing we need to remember too, this is on a slope going left to right in that picture. Like you see, everything is sloping towards the right.
Mm-hmm. And it goes down there, yep.
Yeah. Like even the trailer has, when you look at it from the front, you can see that the left side is much higher than the right side.
Yep. You can right there. You see
Yeah.
all that space underneath, whereas this is not like that.
And then behind the RV, you can see the hillside.
Yep.
So we're not thinking 3D, we've got to think in 3D sometimes.
Yeah. Oh.
That's funny.
Horse Lover said, if not for the fact Lily's school backpack was taken, I would believe they wandered off, likely into the water. The backpack makes me think they walked to the road for school in their typical routine. Me too.
Yeah.
It is 5 kilometers as the crow flies is a little different.
Yes, definitely.
Well, unfortunately, I know we haven't been on that. Oh, Kent, thank you for being here. Search,
Regaming?
redeeming tomorrow. Are they doing another search tomorrow? Have you heard that?
I
Let me
haven't.
see. I haven't either.
That's
I'm gonna see if I
possible.
can find something.
That'd be good. Any searching is good.
Yeah, but they did say they wouldn't continue searching unless they had information, unless the investigation led them that way.
Yeah.
Let's see. May 17th said it ends for now. We got May 15th, May 7th. No new searches planned. That's the last I heard. No new searches planned. That's from 3 days ago.
Do you think maybe you could look on the RCMP website?
Yeah, let's see.
Please? Thank you.
If I can find it.
Mhm.
Okay, so is this where we need to be?
On the right, there was current topics. If you scroll down a bit,
Okay.
right there. Oh, that's probably just cop stuff, uh, not news.
I'm going to search Jack and Lily in the search bar.
Yes.
Mm,
Maybe Nova Scotia, RCMP Nova Scotia. Maybe they'll
okay.
add something from their um, detachments over there.
Okay. I'm going to check that in just a second. An article in the CBC News just showed up. It states Daniel told CBC he passed the polygraph and now they cannot point the finger at him anymore. Thank you.
Hmm.
There was additional child-sized footprints found further up the pipeline trail where the other one was found when they were searching, says Kent. They are eroded, but there's additional footprints, so that's why they're resuming the search.
Ah,
Okay, I appreciate y'all coming in and telling me this. Where have you found it? Because that's what we're trying to do right now. Where did you hear that? Because I tried to search it and nothing's up yet, but if it's breaking right now, they haven't had time to put it up. Hold on, it's loading. Okay.
I'd like to know the size of these footprints.
I would too. I hope they are going out to search again tomorrow.
Oh, hang on. If you go to that blue line, it says something during this time you may need to visit.
Oh, hold on. Here it is. Pictou County missing persons investigation continues with ground search this weekend. Ground search efforts are planned for tomorrow, May 31st, as the missing persons investigation into the disappearance of Lily and Jack Sullivan continues. In an effort to advance the ongoing investigation and locate Lily and Jack, searchers from ground search and rescue teams and the RCMP will focus on specific areas around Gerlach Road and the nearby pipeline trail where a boot print was previously located. We will continue to ask the public to avoid the search area to allow trained searchers to do their work. Any future searches will be determined on the base of based on the course of the investigation. So yeah.
Good work.
Well, that was you. So thank you for that, and
Oh,
everybody in chat.
so what's the page that this is on?
I went to RCMP Nova Scotia, and
Okay,
then the second one down.
perfect. Thank you.
Yep. And we just I mean, because I don't know who came in, but we were just looking and talking about the pipeline literally like right now, so we can
Mm-hmm.
look where we think the pipeline may be. Sorry, I know this is like a lot. I gotta
No,
go through and delete my stuff. Okay, so Abellis had done this, and this is the home, and we're assuming that this is the gas line going all the way through here, and that's the power line because it's straight. So if the home is here and they found boot prints along the assumed gas line, I wonder how much further up they go.
yeah. And did they go to the right or to the left, up or down? Who knows?
Right. And I was going to show that. So you can see where she was showing the power line thing, that is a shadow of one of those things that holds up the cables. And then she had this is what we assume to be the gas line area because you can see vehicle tracks going up.
And there is nothing. So a gas line
Yeah,
there
no.
would probably be buried, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm assuming.
Right.
Don't sue me.
And it's a little over a kilometer, we're estimating, to the natural gas pipeline area. And then to where the power lines are would be around 3 kilometers, which is this over here.
And that's totally an approximation.
Mm-hmm. I'm wondering where they found them.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Well, thank you, Kent. I really appreciate that.
So Kent, is that the gas line? Do you know?
Yeah, do you know if this is the gas line? I would love to know that.
The map that I saw, there's of the actual gas line goes up and down Nova Scotia and then across like a T that goes towards the mainland. Because Nova Scotia is a peninsula.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Ryan. I have the link pinned at the top if anybody wants to come up. Brenda said they have communications with paternal grandma. She says all she knows. Yeah, we watched that earlier. Um, but I got to get with them and try to verify it. I can't verify it because I didn't personally see it, but I'm not saying that it's not true. We did talk a little bit about what they put out earlier, which was that Malaya called to at 6 a.m. to say that the kids wouldn't be there that day, which I think is entirely possible considering they were up with the baby up and down more than likely. So she could have called while she was up.
Yeah.
Kent said, yes, that is the gas line. That gas line goes all the way to Halifax and New Brunswick. It's the Atlantic corridor. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you,
I'm
Ken.
one. Yeah. Thank you, Kent. I appreciate that. I'm wondering where they found the footprints. Hmm.
I don't know. It'd be good to know.
Yes, it would.
Oh, you
Yep.
know what? The RCMP had a map in between the two pictures of the children when they were giving an interview.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
Oh, it is buried. Yeah. Okay. Thank you,
Mm-hmm.
Ken.
Yes, thank you. Photo of. I pulled it up a couple of times.
It was a pretty colorful map. It kind of looked messy. I guess each color was a different area of search.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull it up where y'all can see it. Hold on. My geese are going off.
Oh, how is everybody doing?
Good. The geese are following me around.
They must be getting big.
They are. There's part of it, but
Yeah.
I can't zoom in on it. Oh, wait a minute.
You know what? I wonder if they have that map on the RCMP page
Let's
to
see.
help the public, maybe? I don't know. I'm just throwing ideas out.
Yeah, let's see. Okay. No. Oh, Nova Scotia RCMP News. That's where we want to go. There's no way to like.
Yeah. I can search later.
Okay, yeah, I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna try to get these two updates that we found out that they're gonna do a search starting again tomorrow. I haven't found out about the boot prints, but and then Daniel's polygraph, the information we found on that. And I also got to get the interview with Jessica out.
Yeah, that'll be
Kent,
good.
Kent said, yes, our gas line is buried in that area you showed. That's the corridor for the gas line. Okay, thank you.
Perfect. Thank you, Kent, again.
But it goes into Halifax City and then it goes to New Brunswick. Okay, cool. Thank
Right.
you. My understanding is that Daniel found, I know he found the original ones. I'm wondering who found these new ones or where we can verify that new footprints have been found. But they are resuming the search. And I appreciate y'all coming in and letting us know. And those of you that are from the area, like Abellis, well, Abellis is from
No,
Canada on
yeah,
the other side, but Kent and everybody else that's from the area and everybody from Canada for coming up and helping me understand
you're welcome.
where they found the footprints of Tom. Keep scrolling on the comments. Okay, hold on. Where they found the footprint before by the coordinates that were reported on the dispatch radio from ground search and rescue when they were about 2 kilometers west of the home, but these ones were further west. Thank you.
Hmm.
I have the dispatch audio, but I didn't have where they found the footprints, so I know Plunder probably has that part. Hmm. Okay. Oh, thank you, Brenda, for being here. Thank you, Ken. I appreciate that. Lori said if the kids or one of them fell into water, the weight of the diaper would be like a weight. Yeah, but I think it would slide off.
Yeah.
But, and then it would float, I would think, but maybe not.
And if he had his boots on,
Oh, yeah.
it might stop it from sliding off his feet.
Yeah, it might. That's a good point. Hmm.
Oh, these poor kids. We've got to find them.
I know. We do. It's been almost a month.
Yeah.
All right, Abellis. Well, thank you for coming up, my love, and thank you for talking to us and everybody that's been in chat to talk to us about what we found and what we think. And I've really enjoyed it. I missed y'all all so much yesterday, and I enjoyed talking today and hanging out.
Thank you very much. I'll jump off and go say hi to chat now.
Okay. Thank you, love.
See you soon. Bye, Basil.
He says bye.
Bye. Yes.
Bye. Thank you. Someone said there was no divers. Is that true? I have dispatch audio saying they were bringing divers out originally right after it happened. I don't have the dispatch audio talking specifically about the boot, but I have everything else talking about the last time they were seen was 8 a.m. They were having helicopters fly around the lake. Ground and search was there. They were setting up communications and things like that. So I think that they did do the divers. I know, Remy. I have so many questions. I really do. Yeah, I hope you all have a great day. Thank you, bad girl. Hio said, such a great chat today. Just please let's remember that the parents nor anyone else has been charged, and thank you for keeping it respectful, and we appreciate you. Yes, thank you. Abellis, you're so funny. Thank you, everybody who came in. Brenda said, one other important thing is paternal grandma Belinda has not seen baby Jack and Lily for 2 years. She's doing all she can to provide information. A truly incredible woman. Yeah, I was talking about that in the beginning. I appreciate her talking and stuff. I just, it said that she didn't know, like, they didn't have the address of where Jack and Lily lived, so I didn't know how much information they would have. But if she is coming out and talking to It's a Crime and Shame or, whatever she's trying to do to keep their name out here, I am glad to hear that she is doing that. I am going to try to get with them and see if I can use some of their stuff. Oh, thank you. All right, y'all. I will see y'all. Lori starts Monday. Oh, Lordy Jesus. I know they don't float straight away, only when the gases are released. I'm meaning early in the search. Okay, okay. I see what you're saying. I'm wondering if it would be floated to the top of the water by now, though. All right, well, we'll be live again tomorrow. Hopefully, I can get some of this audio that I have out. I'm going to try to find information on the Jack and Lily stuff and put that in a video and give you guys everything that we have found out today on the live stream. It is such a sad story. It really is. Hugs to everybody. Jenny Jen, you're so sweet. All right, I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. If nobody has told you, you are important, you are enough, you are special, and you are loved. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you so much, everybody. I really appreciate y'all so much, and I love our Speculating family. Y'all have a good night. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Listen up, I gotta tell you, there is something you should know. I have never really liked you at all. I cannot hide it anymore. I've been thinking about the future, trying to forget about the past. So many ways that I could change for the better. Don't even know where to begin. If I allow myself to dream, will it be as good as it seems?